this is the Umbreon AK-47 here, and this is a Wi-Fi battle against my buddy King Rudi. Yeah, so he is from Snow Point Temple, one of the places that I usually hang out, actually the main place that I hang out. So if you want to battle there, link in the description below. So yeah, go there. It's a great place to find battles and a great place to meet some other good battlers. So yeah, anyway, let's start off this battle. So yeah, he goes for the Stealth Rock while I go for the Toxic. I have to go for Toxic because I know Deoxys Defense is not something you can just take out in a few hits and think it's over. Nah, Deoxys Defense takes work, so I need some backup to help me take it down. So now we go into Shakespeare because I don't want him to start setting up all the spikes and everything and have it too late that Shakespeare comes in and gets raped. So yeah, I'm going for the Sword Dance here, and he goes for the taunt. It's a little too late because Shakespeare already got what it needed to get done. Unfortunately, this is not my Terrakion, but Capoleon will have to do. He's still a great Pokemon, so I go for the X-Scissor here. It does a decent amount. He goes for the spikes, and yeah, Toxic will be taking out Deoxys Defense. So yeah, at least I managed to get that thing taken care of before it really started doing some really heavy work. And the good thing about this is that most of my team isn't really, well, half of my team isn't really affected by Deoxys Defense's spikes because I have Levitate. So I went for the Stone Edge and it missed, unfortunately, and he goes for the Flamethrower. And Chandelier with the massive attack power, also with the specs that he added onto it, will be able to take out my, my Capoleon, no problem, no questions asked. So yeah, now I send in my Azelf, going for the Psychic, we switch in Metagross, predicting it perfectly, which is the Type 4 resistant. I knew it would probably bring in something. I didn't want to go for T-Bolt because of Quagsire, so I go for the U-turn, and now I go into my Rotom Wash, expecting like a Bullet Punch, or I don't know, I was thinking Meteor Punch, but no. He did it. So he goes for the agility. I was like, okay, this is not something I really want to fight. Then he goes for the Zen Headbutt. Look, I don't get flinched, but unfortunately, I still missed the Hydro Pump. So yeah, it does not seem like my Pokemon want to be connecting some vital hits today. So yeah, I'm forced to go into Barbie because I know I need Rotom Wash for later. It's just a Pokemon that's too useful for you to get. So now he goes for the Zen Headbutt. My Notori takes it pretty well, not as well as I wanted, but you know, there's not much I can do, especially since he took Stealth Rock and the spike damage. And yeah, he goes for the Earthquake, so at least he doesn't take the Iron Barb damage. I go for the Leech Seed, just trying to get my HP back. And here I should have gone for the typical Protect, just so I can get as much HP out of that Metagross as possible. But unfortunately I don't, and yeah. So he goes for the Zen, I think it was Earthquake or Zen Headbutt again. Yeah, Zen Headbutt. And yeah, now I need my, what is this? Gosh. And now my, Barbie, or as I like to call it, Notori, or Ferrothorn, is, back out of zone. But now he brings in the Manectric, which is going to rape my Barbie, no problem, no question asked. With that Flamethrower, with the times 4, even with rain, it's still times 2, and there's nothing I can do about that. So I go into my Azelf here, predicting the switch. I go for the U-turn, because I knew that Quagsire was going to come in, and I did not want it to have its chance to just go crazy on me. So knowing that the Quagsire was in now, I decided to go with the Rotom Wash so I can get the Pain Split off in it, because I know I'm faster than Quagsire, that's for sure. And I just wanted to weaken Quagsire a bit. So he goes for the Curse, and I know exactly what kind of set this is. And I'm still fearing the, Water Absorb, which really does not help the situation, because it could be unaware, it could be Water Absorb. And Quagsire is just too tricky to be risking, and I did not want to go healing that thing either. So he goes for the recover here. I missed the Will-O-Wisp, unfortunately, which sucks, but there's nothing much I can do about that. So I'm forced to go for it again, and this time I at least hit it. So at least I decided to hit something before it was too late. So yeah, he goes for another Curse, which just puts it back to normal, which doesn't make me that scared. I'm not too worried about it. And Rotom now is at least back to decent health and isn't in too bad of a position. So I switch back out to my Politoed so I can start doing some work with her. And he goes for the Curse. I was pretty much suspecting that he's just trying to boost it up, and that's why I went to Politoed for the safer switch. Even if he went for the EQ, it wouldn't have done that much with his attack back to normal. So yeah, it's looking great right now. At least I got back in the match. I go for a Focus Blast here, which does a decent chunk to the Quagsire. He goes for an Earthquake. It almost KOs, but luckily Politoed is good enough to live it. And thanks to that burn, that really slowed him down. So yeah, I go for another Focus Blast. Luckily here I get a crit, because I was wondering what the heck I was going to do against this Quagsire once Politoed was gone. So yeah, I get a crit here, which is perfectly placed, a great place to get a crit. And now Magnetric comes in, and goes for the Switcheroo, which he gives me its Specs. I was suspecting the Specs, and then I go for the Scald. So pretty much Specs, type bonus, and then Rain. That Scald is doing work right there. So yeah, and then I go for another Squad because his Chandera is also Choice Specs and not as fast as my Politoed, which is timid. So yeah, Chandelier is out of the way, and now he presents in his Scizor, which will hit me with the B-Punch, max attack, and that will take out my Politoed. So now I go to my Azel. I was thinking Azel maybe could leave the Bullet Punch, maybe it won't. I had the Flamethrower on there. So yeah, he hits me with the B-Punch. If Azel was down for the count, I was suspecting that just in case. And now I go into Rinse Cycle, and he goes for the Bullet Punch. That's with the Time 4 resistance. That's really nothing to me. I go for a Hydro Pump with the Rain. He barely lives it, and that just shows that I have to give credit to his Scizor for living that. He goes for another B-Punch, and I will finish it off with the Volt Switch for the win. Unfortunately, I did not get to use Latios, but you know, you can't use everything all the time. So yeah, awesome battle, King, Rudi. Guys, I hope you enjoyed.